What's up, everybody? I know, music's on. Whatever. I don't think it'll be an issue right now. MGK, by the way. You lost. Anyways. Alright, so here's what we got done today. It's Saturday, by the way. So we got the charge pipe. Working on getting this all sorted out. I gotta cut a piece. I may use the bandsaw at work. Run over there real quick and do that tomorrow, just because it'll be a little easier to make something that's that kind of a funky shape and repeatable. So we'll fill that in, and I'll probably weld that, or at least tack it so I can verify everything fits. Obviously this isn't going to sit all the way in there. It'll sit back some, so I gotta do all that. But it's just one less transition I gotta make. It's not as steep from the 92mm throttle body to 3-inch piping, so going to utilize that to the best of my ability. We do have an alternator belt, nice and tight. Took a couple trips to the parts store, but it sits on there good. Water pump's in, except for, as you can see, thermostat housing. Going to work on figuring that out tomorrow. Obviously, you can see how close it is. I'm going to see if maybe the parts store has like a universal one, a swivel or something, bolted in there. Maybe I hear small block Chevy might work. We'll see. Hopefully I can figure something out, because I'd really like to be able to start this and burp the system and do all that fun stuff tomorrow. So that way, the plan is just to leave. Just this is the last thing left on my list of stuff to do. I haven't done any welding this week. It's been super hot. I've already killed like 3 or 4 bottles of water in here. I'm sure you saw me chugging it earlier in the footage, trying to get the water pump and stuff on. But it's on. I have the upper radiator hoses all sorted out, and it's a little tight, but it clears. So, definitely going to invest in some LED light spring here. Potentially just going to come off that one and put one up over this frame where I know the door shouldn't make contact. At least give me a little more light. But for today, that's it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, we're going to start swapping out for the water pump, which is in this box behind me. After this little rant, we're just going to jump into a time-lapse system. That word. Currently waiting to hear back on a guy getting out of work so I can go pick up my master cylinder. We have, I can actually show you real quick. The plates made up. I did that today at work. And when I switch over to a factory water pump system, I have a factory Corvette tensioner. here's what we got done. As you can see, splash here. It is pouring outside, so I won't do any welding just because I don't necessarily trust the electricity in this older building that I'm using as my garage, or that is my garage. So I don't want to do welding, and then God forbid something happens and I fry the welder, be screwed. So I generally don't weld during the storms, and like I said before, I work on having these done at a reasonable time so that my kids can watch them. So Sundays I generally stop a little earlier, but I get to start earlier because I don't have to work first. So as you can see, we have a water pump. Look how pretty that is. I may do a startup a little later, verify the alternator is actually charging the system like it's supposed to, because that's also fully connected. Water pump's on, tensioner's on. This is a 2006 Trailblazer thermostat housing I had to cut down to fit. I'm going to buy another one of these hoses that goes from the typical LS size to the Civic size radiator. They only had one at the store, so I bought the one to make sure it would work. I'm going to have to get another one to go from here to the bottom, but it'll just come out here. It's going to sneak kind of in this open area here, and then the fill is the bottom's just down there. This is looped because obviously I don't have any heat in this car, so that's that. We got this all laid out. Obviously I still need to weld it, but I know I'm a little low on gas. I think I got about a half a tank left, so I think I'll take care of that this week. I'll fill the tank just to make sure I have plenty. It's only 2 welds. This tape line and this tape line are welds, and then I'm going to cut it here, and I got to get a clamp coupler from here to this, and from here to here, and then that's done. Other than I got to put the blow-up valve, which I'll be getting next weekend. Blow-up valve's probably just going to go right about here. Yeah, probably like in this direction so that it's out of the way, but it's still under the hood. And you can kind of see, I think I've decided the water meth is going to go into this piece here, so I'm going to take all this apart during the week, drill and tap it so I can put these methanol, the meth injection ports in there. The fuel regulator is actually plumbed from here all the way to the regulator, so that's all situated. So now we have the boost reference for the regulator, so fuel pressure will function properly. We have almost all of the brakes done. I went to O'Reilly's and tried to buy the rest, and the kid couldn't figure out this section of line. Whatever, it happens. I'll go this week and I'll buy this little 12-inch section of line from here to here, and then all I gotta do is bleed the whole system. Sorry, it's loud. All I gotta do is bleed the whole system, and then once I bleed the whole system, we'll have brakes again. And technically speaking, once I put a fan on the radiator, as you can see there's no fan there. Once I put a fan on the radiator, we will have every operating system in place. The exhaust still needs to be done. I think I'm going to contact a local welder, a local shop, and drop that off this week, and just have them call me when it's done. I can do it. It's going to take me a long time. It's probably going to take him a long time, but where he does it as is every day, and I only do this a couple hours a day, for the sake of just getting it done, it's probably just going to be easier, faster. Not necessarily cheaper, but it will be faster than everything else. Just to bring it to him and have him weld it up, and then I can just put it back on and we're done. Because obviously all the exhaust is welded. I did find a couple little, spots in this area that I ground through a little bit. So I'll put some new welds on that, and we'll take care of that. But that's where we're at. Made some progress this week. Even though, again, I generally only do this for a couple of days a week. I don't get out here too much during the week. And then Saturdays I usually work. Sunday is my day to do this car, do what I can on this car. But I still do my video editing and everything like that, because I got to make sure, the little ones get to see it before they go to bed. They apparently enjoy it. So, by the way, Chunka Mom, Squish, Princess, I love you. Behave for Mom. And we'll see you on the next one. Get up and get after it.